on 2, witness one of the most spectacular race events as 100 great sporting moments revs back through the film footage to October 71, Brands Hatch.
And they're away. Oh, and a bad start there for Chapman. It's Brabham straight away on the inside. Now, they were taking paddock bends flat yesterday. Look at those cars. It's like a procession, but really they've got the foot flat down. There's Brabham being squeezed a little. Brabham just doing it. Oh, and look at these cars racing through. What about that start, Graham?
Well, I was very impressed. I saw Frank Williams make a very good start from the back. He's now in third place from about the third row of the grid. That's very good indeed. It looks like Jack in front. He's certainly good. Yes, it is.
Look at this, my word, I'm glad I'm not the insurance company doing this. And it is Jack just in there, Jack in the red car, kind of, oh, look at this! That's a bit of the old Brabham style. He started driving, of course, in Australia as a dirt track driver, and he certainly decided then he was going to stay in France. Now here we are on clearways. This is a short circuit, only 1.24 miles. They're coming into Kidney, and it's still Jack in the lead there. Jack Brabham pressing away, and of course, no one's got extra power. It's going to be driving skill and sheer cheat. And there it is, it's still Jack Brabham, still in the lead there. And who's the yellow car?
Frank Williams.
There? It's Frank. Car number 10, Frank Williams. Oh, and Williams, who hasn't driven since Enna in 1915. Look at him, sneaking. What a battle with these two saloons. My word, the managers, and in the pits, the drivers are leaping up and down. But Jack's still ahead, just of Frank Williams. There, car number 7. Surtees lying in third place.
Colin in second, Frank Williams in third, and Surtees in fourth.
Surtees ninth. So it's Brabham, Chapman, Frank Williams, and who's up there?
Frank Williams.
Frank Williams trying too hard. Frank always used to be very fast but very hairy, and he's living up to it. So it's still Brabham keeping ahead of Chapman. Surtees sneaked through into third place. Now they're going to be some very rude signals. There's Brabham going fast. Let's see what Jackie Stewart has got to say to his driver. He's looking anxious. He still can't find Tyrrell. Chopper. They've got Chopper on his pit signal, which is their rather rude nickname for Ken Tyrrell. He is, of course, a timberman. And there he is, not in the first thing. 12th position for Tyrrell. Into George, and it's still Brabham, and that's surely still Chapman handing him behind, Graham.
Yeah, Colin Chapman doing very well. He nerfed Jack very nicely going into bottom bend on the first lap, I thought. Put a slight dent in his car. But Jack seems to be holding his own at the moment. Frank Williams has dropped back.
Brabham, Chapman, Surtees, and car number 10, which is Frank Williams, despite that spin. But it's still Brabham leading this race. Brabham, who retired exactly 12 months of today at the Mexican Grand Prix last year, and he's driving like a master grade. What about that technique? What do you think of Brabham's technique, Graham?
Well, it's good enough to win this race, I must say. He should be driving my car this afternoon, I think.
It's a long time since we've seen Jack in a saloon car. It used to be a Galaxy, but he's beautiful. But look at Chapman. This really is surprising people that Colin has done so well. There's Colin pounding after him there. Car number 6 is Chapman there, chasing away, and behind him John Surtees and Frank Williams, who's made up for that dreadful spin in the funny green car there. So it's still Brabham. Chapman, you can see his moustache, he's enjoying this. He was grinning broadly there, and behind him John Surtees. And John Surtees certainly won't want to be beaten by Chapman, who he once raced for. And there's quite a bit of friendly needle here, but of course this is where they've been losing the cars, of course, coming down into bottom bend here. And instead of going around the main circuit, they swing into Kidneys and then into clearways. A long, wide corner. Graham, what do you think about the battle between these two?
Well, it certainly looks like Colin's gritting his teeth, and he's gradually hauling Jack in. Now, I wouldn't like to be in Jack's position when Colin gets up to him. And we've got a similar position here with Max Mosley just about to take Frank Williams at this time.
There's two constructors, Max Mosley of March and Frank Williams, who enters them, but in the lead it's still there, Brabham, followed by Chapman, followed by Surtees, and the battle behind between Max Mosley and Frank Williams. Max Mosley, of course, who was an excellent Formula 2 driver and only retired in 1969. Graham, I think when you had your first test at Brands Hatch, it was against Colin Chapman, wasn't it?
Well, Colin Chapman gave me the first test, but it was against a lot of other drivers, and I think Ken Tyrrell was one of them, funnily enough.
Well, Ken isn't having a very happy day, but of course it's a long, long time. It's 1958 since he drove his Supers. But Jack, the man who's only driven one race since he retired last year, that was a Formula 4 race in Australia, and here he's showing that he's lost none of his skill. But look at Chapman moving up here, Graham. He's really going to have a go at him. Do you think he's playing tactics?
No,
it's only a 10-lapper.
He's certainly going to be pressing Jack any minute now, and I can see, I put money on it that the car's touch.
I think Graham's an insurance agent on the quiet, looking very worried here.
And by mean touch, I mean thump each other.
Well, they were joking on the grid, but Chapman actually, I understand, hired a Ford Mexico from a local dealer, and on his private aerodrome has been practicing and practicing. And look at him, he's using all the road here as they go into paddock, and they're taking that flat, and there are very few drivers like to do that, Graham.
No, I wouldn't, must say, I wouldn't relish the thought of that, but it certainly looks quite stable. The car's obviously behaving quite well.
There he goes. Really going, and Jack can see him, and Jack chops across him there. Oh, Chapman's got that inside. He's going to take this lead.
Jack's in the best position here on the inside. Chapman's got to take the outside line, and he's bound to lose it.
Oh, this is stock car racing, not motor racing, and Chapman's back in there. He's halfway in his boot, Graham. What would you do if you were Brabham there?
Well, I'd chop him off. I'd shut the gate on him, just like he's done there. Very neatly done. But Colin, it was a very good effort on Colin's part. He obviously came very well out of paddock, stayed up into and obviously left his braking very late for Druid. Now we're bound to see the same thing happen again. So Jack's got to have his wits about him on this one.
Well, only four laps to go. That's only 6 miles. And these two are really setting up a dive. The whole crowd's on the feeder, and South Bank, they're going berserk.
Jack is taking a very tight line in the back to make sure Chapman doesn't go over. And Chapman's going through on the outside.
Look at those brake lights. Chapman's a very brave man, isn't he, Graham?
He certainly is. I've seen him fly as well. Now here they come up into Druids, and Chapman's going to do the same thing again. He's trying to get through on the inside.
That was certainly a touch there.
And what a chop! What a chop right onto the grass. Fantastic.
Well,
yeah. Colin was bound to lose some time having to put his wheels on the grass, but Jack did the old... in fact, he hasn't lost it. I mean, he's done that to me a few times, I must say. So he's showing true form now. Colin's lost a bit of ground there getting onto the grass, but I think he'll make it up.
Well, behind them it's still Surtees ahead of Williams, but who cares? This really is a die between Jack Brabham, an ace constructor, Chapman, an ace constructor, 2 ex-drivers, and Jack, of course, 3 times a world champion. And when I asked Colin Chapman when he last drove this morning, he said, I don't drive, I fly.
Really? Yeah.
Well, you've travelled with him, so that sarcastic remark must have meaning.
Yeah, but
here's Brabham, 3 laps to go. The end of lap 7.
Picking Brabham up on this corner, and I think we'll see him picking him up into Druids again.
This is lap 8, there are only 2 more laps to go after this, and Chapman is giving nothing up, and Surtees is coming right into the scene now. Surtees streaming up, the white Surtees. He must have shaken up Williams, but there he is, John Surtees, who's also a very proud man, of course. Back with the leaders, Jack Brabham bringing it down. This is where they've been losing it, but not these two. They've been round Brands Hatch so often they must know every inch of it, even this club circuit. Now this is where Colin closes up again on clearways. He's right in there, but Jack must be using his mirror more than looking out of the windscreen, mustn't he, Graham?
Highly unlikely. I've never known him to use his mirror at all.
I think the conversation between these two men and what's happening in the pits, I don't know. Chapman must be getting the most frantic signals from Emerson Fittipaldi, who is a Brazilian, is a little keen. That's coming past now, and they're only going to come past once more after this. This is lap 8. Now starting lap 9. Once more, and then it's really going to be a fight to the finish. In paddock flat, look at Surtees taking paddock there. He won't be taking that like that in the Grand Prix car. And Chapman looks like he's being towed by Brabham.
I hope he does, in fact. Slow. Quite a bit slower.
Well, Brabham seems to be pulling away there, Graham. What do you think about that? This is the advice he's given you for this afternoon, is it?
Well, no, he gave it to the rest of the competitors just now when he was doing them, telling him how he's going to win. But Collins right up to him now. I think he's going to make a do-or-die effort on this last lap.
Well, this is lap 9.
Yeah,
he wants to get ahead of this. But this is his last chance, really, isn't it? So he can't wait with Brabham. There it is.
He's got to do it now. He's got one lap to go. Now you watch this. Coming into paddock. He's gone on the outside. He's going to take a wider line around paddock. Then cut through on the inside. And come up to the inside on Zurich, where he's going to do the same maneuver again.
And there he is. He's done it. He's done it. He's taken him. My word. What happened then, Graham? Look at him smiling. I've never seen Chapman look so happy, unless someone mentioned money. And he's ahead. Chapman in the lead. Chapman has taken that lead. As you said, Graham, he had a last chance at paddock. He got him going up that hill, and what a beautiful bit of driving. How aggressive. This is Chapman. Chapman in lead. Let's have a look at this gap. He's pulling away. Brabham certainly looks a bit nonplussed by that. He doesn't look as if he's going to take his own Jack Brabham trophy, but he's still finding fast. Certainly Chapman's not going to let him have it now, is he, Graham?
No, Chapman's got this. I must have a word with my driver. That's just not good enough.
Oh, look at what's happened there.
Oh, he's blown up.
He's blown up and Brabham's taken it. Oh, Chapman, the ace engineer.
And Surtees takes him as well.
Oh, and he's taken by Surtees. And Chapman, who at the start of the last lap took the lead, loses first to Jack Brabham and then to John Surtees. So Jack Brabham, the man who owns the team Graham Hill Drive, wins his own Jack Brabham trophy ahead of John Surtees and Colin Chapman.